Hello, everyone's. I am here for my review of Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 7, Episode 5. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am Lady T. I like to do reviews on scripted reality shows, and also do reactions. If you're returning, you one of my peoples, welcome back. So, I have one comment from last week's video, and that is from Pink Petals. Hey, boo. I'm hollering at your revenge on Giselle. Now that's a storyline. I'm telling you, the way Giselle and Ashley are spinning this storyline, I am completely not here for it at all. And Robin, I was liking you when you were standing up for Chris, but the way you acting towards Wendy, you're getting on my nerves. So, let's get on into this episode. Ashley, she has just found out that her divorce has been leaked into the blogs. I'm like, wasn't y'all already saying that y'all was going to leak it on that Friday? So what, did it get leaked on the Thursday? Either way, I don't really care whether who leaked it and or not. But she over at Candace's house having some charcuterie, some sushi and wine. And Ashley tells us that she finally got a hold of Michael after like a day or so, and he told her that he needs 24 hours to like calm his mind. Like, y'all, it's the fact that when she called him, it went to dun dun dun. The number you have reached is no longer in service. It wasn't like it went to voicemail. It was like, I done doggone cut this phone off, and I'm not trying to get in contact with you. And Ashley really wants us to believe that she is comparing other men to Michael. And I just do not believe that whatsoever at all. Like, really? And this is like, I'm like, Candace, I know you're trying to be calm, cool, and collective and get along with Ashley. But you got to remember that Ashley is a snake. And Ashley has been a snake since the beginning of the season. Which is, to me, I don't understand why Robin is so friendly with Ashley, because when y'all first got on the show, Ashley went through everybody's finances and let everybody know that Robin and Juan was broke. And it's the attitude that Ashley has, like she's always come for money. But like, girl, your mama was up under the doggone freeway sleeping in a tent. And now you you looking over down on Robin and Juan because they was having financial issues? Yeah. Now, y'all, I'm going to say this in the most respectful way, but Mia acts surprised when people bring up her health issues. Because when she's in a confessional, she's like, yes, I got these businesses, I have my kids, I'm married, we're trying to find out what's going on with my health. They'll do a test, and it's like they can't find out what's wrong, so we got to do more tests. She's saying all these things in the confessional, but when people ask her how, like, she's doing, she's like, about what? Like, first episode, when her mom was like, how are things going? How are you feeling? She was basically like, what are you talking about? And they said, oh, yeah, they're still running tests. And like when G was asking her about her health, it's like it took her a minute to remember, oh, yeah, I have this health crisis. Like, is that just me? Now, I'm not saying that she's lying. It's almost like, oh, yeah, that is a part of my storyline, me having all these underlying issues with my health. And, y'all, I was just wondering why they didn't tell the kids to go in the house. Because the kids was running back and forth. They was throwing things. They was just being all kinds of loud. I'm like, so y'all just gonna sit here and have this conversation like y'all kids ain't running behind y'all throwing stuff. Okay. And y'all, is this the first time that we done heard that Mia was adopted? Because I know I be watching a lot of shows, and I know a lot of things be happening, but I don't ever remember Mia saying that she was adopted. Because it was seeming like once the mom and daddies was fooling they, drug addictions, Mia was in like foster care or something like that. So when was she adopted? Questions. Mia basically admitted that G was married And she saw him, she wanted him, and she took him. Because she was like, yes, G was supposedly happily married to his first wife, but he was in Miami, and we saw each other, and we was just having sex on the beach. Okay.
Yeah.
It's the fact that Giselle is at the nail shop with her daughters, and she picks up a towel that is on the footrest and uses it to wipe her face. And her kids was looking at her like, are you really serious? My face was greasy. Y'all, I keeps tissue in my purse at all times. But there is no way in the world, if I even feel greasy, that I'm going to pick up this towel that somebody's foot has been on. The foot, you put your foot on this while they scrubbing your feet. The technician and put this towel on there, and you thought, let me pick up this towel and blot my face. I don't care if they disinfect it. In my mind, somebody's foot has already been on that thing. Now the towel is on it, so therefore their foot has touched the towel, even though it has not technically, physically touched the towel. The towel and the foot have been placed on the same thing. No, what are you doing? Robin, she goes to the lawyer to see her options since she and Juan are supposed to be getting married. They've been engaged since season 5. We've seen nothing of anything about whole season 6 because season 6, Robin was going through her I can't get out of bed phase, and we just don't talk about that no more. Remember last season, it was for a few episodes that she was, I don't know, going through some type of depression. We just get past that. First prenup didn't matter because by the time they was getting divorced, she had already lost all their money. But now that she's making a little money, you know, with her hat line and her podcast and doing the show, she wants to protect her assets from Juan. And she wants to see if she can put an infidelity clause in there because, you know, Juan had a little cheater in him back in the day and probably currently, I don't know. Karen, Wendy, and Ashley, they meet up to go tulip picking. Karen was upset that Wendy and her kids wasn't there at Robin's lackluster family day at the park. And I'm like, Wendy, you and your kids did not miss anything at all. Robin was very unorganized. She didn't come to the park early to set up events. Like, we're going to have the sack race over here. We're going to have the three-legged race over here. I'm going to have tables with food and people serving it. She just had the food just sitting right there on the bench. She had to ask, okay, what do we do next? Robin is not equipped with, hosting any type of event. She did that so she can spite Wendy and cut into Wendy's money. Can't tell me any otherwise. Wendy feels, like a lot of us feel, I'm not sending my kids to an event where I'm not at. No, I'm not going to do that. Stupid. Now, y'all, let's be honest. Robin is still mad that last season that Wendy ran down on her relationship with Juan. And she's just carried this over to the season. But it's like, Robin, you do this to yourself. Because you feel like, for whatever reason, you have to go along with whatever Giselle says. And then you speak louder than what Giselle speaks. And then you feel like you have to shield Giselle from whatever's going on. So therefore, you are putting yourself on the line of somebody attacking you. Last season, you could have just sat there and not said anything. It wasn't until you jumped in the defense of Giselle that Wendy zeroed in on you. Now, a lot of people feel that same way about your relationship with Juan. Y'all not getting married. Y'all been playing house since y'all been on there. Divorced but playing house. If it was just getting married, y'all can go down there to the justice of the peace. Have your mom and daddy as the witnesses and been done with it. But you're going to continuously use you and Juan getting married as your storyline. And then it's to the fact where when somebody's asking Giselle why she did something, they almost gotta lump you into it, is because you always jump into the defense of Giselle. And at one episode last season, you actually asked Giselle, "Are we mad at them?" Like what? Y'all, shout out to Candace for having a song with Trina. Shout out to her on that one. I just think it's funny that how they keep on showing how, Candace's music career is propelling, and then they showed that little lackluster, performance that Ashley had. I just think that's funny. Giselle in her confessional is talking about it's not a good feeling to have the whole world think that your husband is a creep. And I'm sitting there like, so it is okay for the whole world to think that Fritz made you uncomfortable and that he was trying to see if he can get with you. It's okay for you and Ashley to get on here and make it seem like Chris is just out here, and a little bit of Mia. We gonna group her in. That it's okay for y'all to be painting this picture of Chris that he is just out here all up in people's DMs, all up in trying to flirt with people, making you feel uncomfortable. He's up asking you questions, and you, in your mind, you think that he's trying to get with you, and in his mind, he just asked you something totally different. Okay. But it's okay for you to do that. It's the fact that last season, Giselle, Ashley, and a little bit of Robin got together multiple times to insinuate that Eddie was out here cheating, and that the only reason that Wendy got a mommy makeover is to please her husband. It's like a woman can't do something to herself to make herself feel better. I've had 3 kids. Wendy didn't have, not me, but Wendy had 3 kids. She doesn't plan on having any more kids. And she wants her body to look like the way it looked like before she had kids. So she went out and did something for herself. Did it the right way, and I'm happy that she went about it the right way. It's like Giselle acting like she didn't do anything to her body after she had 3 kids. It's like it's not everything has to do with a man. Some people just do things to make themselves feel better. So when Wendy confronts you about the mess that you brought, like y'all had Ashley come down there after she had just given birth so she can stir the pot. But Wendy is the bad person when she clocks what y'all doing and she confronts y'all on it. But now she the big person. Now when Robin is upset because Wendy telling people that Robin had to be restrained because she was walking on her like she wanted to fight her. And we seen Robin walk up on doggone it Wendy like she wanted to fight her. And this is not the first time that Robin has walked up on somebody like they wanted to fight. Like she wanted to fight. She did that to Ashley like season 1, 2. She rode up on doggone it Monique like she wanted to fight her. And now she walking up on Wendy. And it's the fact that Robin get on the phone with Sharice like, Sharice, did you lay one finger on me at Ashley's dance party? Here goes Sharice. No, I didn't have to lay a finger on you. See, you lied. But I love Bravo showing that not only did Sharice have to restrain, she had to get up out her seat and push you back. But y'all calling Wendy a liar. Wendy is only relaying the truth. You were walking up on her talking. Now, when you mad at somebody and you walking up on him, people going to expect you trying to fight me. And then the fact that you had to be held back. Robin, sit down somewhere. She doesn't want Wendy putting accusations out there. I was like, your best good friend, Giselle, and the other 2 ladies who trying to be a part of the Green Eye Bandit group, they are okay with putting out accusations about Chris. I mean, granted, you not cool with that, but still, it's okay when your friend do that. Now, as she want to jump in talk about some. Well, since we're expressing how we're feeling to each other, Candace, I want to let you know that my friend told me that Chris was flirting with her at Karen's spring thing. She was at the bar and Chris was over like flirting with her. And this is when Candace, she was calm at first. You was just at my house the other day. How come you didn't tell me then? And that's why I was like, how come you didn't tell me? Well, I just got the information. Oh, you just got the information. So, between the information and this time, you couldn't have called me. You couldn't have texted me. You couldn't have come to me with this in private. Oh, well, I knew I was going to be seeing you. Well, see, when I found out information that your husband, Michael, was in the bed with somebody else, I had the decency, because one, me and you wasn't cool like that for real. But I brought Giselle in because that's your best good friend. I had the decency to come to you in private to let you know. I didn't bring it into the group because I had respect for you. Well, you've been calling Michael a predator because that's what Michael has done. He has been a predator. Season 1, he was grabbing on Andrew's booty. A whole person from the production crew sued Michael because Michael touched him inappropriately. And just because Michael got off on it does not mean he did not do it. That just means he probably paid the person to drop things. I don't know, paid the judge. Not saying it happened, but people with money, they get away with a lot of things. So just because he didn't go to jail for this person actually said, this person touched me. I want to press charges on this person. And it's the fact that, and Candace like, it's been documented what Michael did. And Ashley sat there with a smile on her face, and this is how you knew she was being vindictive. It doesn't feel good when this pendulum swings the other way. And Candace like, okay, see, there it is right there. Because I've been calling Michael a predator all these years because that's what he's been doing. Being a predator. Cheating on you left and right, whether you care about it or not. Because you came in, got you a rich man, stayed your 5 years, had your babies, now you getting paid. You chose that man. And then she was like, well, even Mia said that he was like looking at her. And then they again showed when they was at that doggone spring event. Mia was, yes, making a scene so people can look at her. And even then, Chris did not look at her. Now Mia, she changing the whole narrative. Well, I didn't say it was in a sexual in a sexual matter. Yet you made it seem like that. This season, this is where I'm coming in. This season, Mia was talking about this stuff about, her having, health crisis. We gonna pin on that. But then Giselle probably realized, I can't be going to get somebody because, like, what if she really is sick? This is going to look bad on me. And then just so happened, Chris inviting Ashley, and it was Ashley and Robin, not Ashley and another friend. Hey, y'all should come over here to the bar over here. Y'all coming over here. People going to see y'all here. Y'all going to be, tweeting that y'all was here. People are going to want to come here. Simple as that. Ashley brings this to Giselle. This happened? And Robin is already, he works there. But we're going to leave that out of the situation. And then Giselle's going to jump in with you know what? I can get on this storyline too. Because at the reunion, me and Chris had a conversation in my room. And I can just now say that I feel uncomfortable. I can say that now. Yes, and I can use that as my storyline because I never have a storyline. I'm always in somebody else's business, stirring the pot and doing all the things. I don't be doing all the things. I just be in other people's business and then be looking at them sideways when they do the things that I do. And she's been doing that since Sherman was on the show. Robin has gotten by each and every season without doing anything at all. So now it is just Candace's turn. And people are on the internet in people's comments on the video, like, see, this is what happened. Candace was trying to get Monique off the show, and now Giselle doing the same thing to her. Wendy sat back when they was trying to get Monique off the show. Let's be clear. Wendy wasn't trying to get... It was the fact that after the incident happened between Monique and Candace. Now, let's be real. Rewinding back to season 5, in the beginning, Candace, that whole season, apologized left, right, and up and down. And before Candace got to Ashley Sipping Sea with Baby Dean, the girls got together and wanted to ice Candace out. Let's not forget that. That was their goal. Oh, Candace's words is too vicious. She's doing this, that, and the third. They was trying to ice her out. It's just when Monique and Candace got into that incident, and then we seen Monique, she basically at first did not care, really wanted to hurt Candace, and then she realized her anger wasn't even at Candace, but by then the damage was done. It wasn't like Wendy went out of her way to get Monique off the show. Let's just be clear about that right now. It wasn't like she was doggone it with the signs, let's get Monique off the show. No, it was Monique when they had the little, I guess, intervention, and Monique was still saying how her adrenaline was running high and she had no remorse. Then it was like, oh snap, maybe you don't need to be here. That's what it was. But people still want to be like, you was trying to get her off the show. Like, if somebody that going to text me like that when all I did was mocking them, no. But that's my language. That's Giselle's. I don't know if they trying to get Candace off the show or they trying to get her out of character. But if you keep on coming to me, and it's just like, I know a lot of other people like Chris is being in their DMs. Ashley is trying to get back at Candace because all the times Candace has said something about what Michael has done to Ashley. You can't make me think otherwise. And Giselle, she's just jumping on the bandwagon because she has nothing else to talk about. Y'all, I had so much hope for Robin this season when I thought that she was going to stand alone. I mean, I guess, she's upset because Wendy was basically telling her the truth about her relationship and she don't want to hear it. So that was just, if I left anything out, by all means, leave a comment below. If you were new to my channel, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. It is free all day, every day for $9.99. Make sure your notifications are on so on my beautiful Facebook's video. You can click on it, you can like it, and share it with your people. You can come over and be one of my peoples. If you're already one of my peoples, welcome back. Y'all know what to do. Tell your people to tell their people to come over and be one of my peoples by clicking that icon above. This is Lady T signing off. Have a good one.